Hi, folks. It's Craig here. Use he, him pronouns, and I'm joining from Wurundjeri country today with my latest CEO update. There's little bit less in the update today because I've had a week of leave. And I certainly encourage all of you to look after yourself and take breaks if you can, as you need. It's really good for our mental health. I wanted to tell you about progress around a national consumer peak. And I know that this has been a lot of interest in this online. This week, I have a regular monthly meeting with the National Peak Alliance, which is all of the state and territory peaks, where there is a peak, which is all of the states and territories except Northern Territory. We'll be talking about being in the right position for the tender for a national consumer peak. And by the way, there also will be a national carer peak as well. So as part of this, I'll be in Canberra on May the 10th and the 11th. May the 10th will be an all-day meeting in person of the state and territory peaks CEOs and executive leaders. And May 11th will be a member policy forum with mental health, facilitated by Mental Health Australia. It's considered really important that all of our states and territory peaks, as part of the alliance, are in Canberra for these 2 days. So I look forward to giving you an update after I've been there about how all of that goes. What's going to happen is there's going to be a tender for the National Consumer Peak and also for the National Carer Peak on two separate tenders. And there's going to be an expert working group to decide on the tender criteria. So as a National Peak Alliance, we'll be seeking to participate or influence that. Of course, we have to be careful not to create a probity risk, given that we will be tendering as an alliance of state and territory peaks, with perhaps some other parties involved as well, for being the national peak. So I know how important this is for all of you because I know there's many people who've done great work in past years on trying to get this to happen and for there to be that peak. And we know that your experiences in the mental health system, of course, are influenced by federal policy as well as state policy and state organisations. And there's obviously organisations which are federally funded, for example, PHN, the Primary Health Networks. So all of this means that VMIAC, as part of the alliance, is in a really strong place for this tender for the national peak. So as I said, stay tuned for further information. I wanted to tell you about a consultation opportunity coming up. And this is for our members, and this is regarding VMIAC's new strategic plan from 2023 to 2026. As a membership-based organisation, of course, it's important that members' views, experience and ideas inform VMIAC's strategic directions. We're really, really keen to be in conversation with you, our members, in the development of VMIAC's strategic plan 2023 to 2026, which sets the direction of the organisation and which ultimately it is my responsibility to make sure that what's in the strategic plan, those directions and goals are achieved by the organisation. So it's going to be the roadmap for VMIAC for the next 3 years. It will inform the sort of membership-focused organisation we need to be statewide across Victoria. We're a statewide peak, and it's going to set our strategic and advocacy priorities, as well as identify our future partners and allies. So, of course, we want to gather your expertise to know what you think. There's going to be multiple ways for you to contribute to VMIAC's strategic plan, and more of that information will be coming to your inbox next week as members of the organisation. There will be different process for stakeholders, including associate members. So what I'm talking about here is for members. So multiple ways of being involved. The first two I wanted to tell you about, and you will find the links in the newsletter and also on the website, is online consultations. So there's the first of those is on Monday, the 1st of May from 3 to 5 p.m. The second of those is the next day on Tuesday, the 2nd of May, 3 to 5 p.m. So they're the first two opportunities, but there's going to be more opportunities as well. And I'll give you more detail on that, and you'll hear more detail in that from our engagement team as well. So I'm really hoping that we're going to be able to access your expertise as we develop a strategic plan for the organisation. I also wanted to tell you about another consultation opportunity that we have coming up. It's an NDIS focus group. It does have a very particular topic. It's an own motion inquiry into platform providers operating in the NDIS market. So this is for people who've accessed NDIS services using an online platform. So VMIAC is hosting this focus group on behalf of the NDIS Quality and Safeguards Commission for NDIS participants with psychosocial disabilities. So this focus group will be held online on the 26th of April from 2 p.m. until 3:30 p.m. So the newsletter and our website will have a link for you to register if you have expertise in that area, and it would be fantastic to hear from you. So the Commissioner wants to hear from people through this focus group and others which are happening in other organisations. So to hear from people with a disability who access or who have accessed supports through platform providers. Currently, the responsibility really is on NDIS participants and people caring or supporting them to ensure supports are safe and suitable. So there's little to no oversight by the NDIA. And so that leaves participants open to abuse and exploitation. So this one opportunity, it's a paid opportunity online, as I said, for NDIS participants, and it's hosted by the NDIS and engagement teams at VMIAC. We really want to ensure the voice of participants with psychosocial disabilities are able to have their voices heard, and for participants to provide suggestions on safeguarding mechanisms. So how is it that we can make sure that this service provision for you is safe in all aspects and meanings of that word safe as well? The Commission's goal is to promote participant rights to safe and quality NDIS supports. So the Commissioner will also be considering whether the current regulatory setting that cover this part of the NDIS market are appropriate. So it's really important to hear your views about that. Is the regulation and how it's done, is it appropriate? Does it need to be more? Does it need to be different? So we're looking for that. So this is a great opportunity for participants to directly provide feedback via VMIAC to the NDIS Quality and Safeguards Commission. So as I said, the link to register there is on the newsletter and also on the website. So if you have that expertise, it would be fantastic to hear from you. Okay, so that's it for this update. Thanks very much for tuning in. And I hope there's something in there for you, a few opportunities to participate in things and also keeping up to date with what's happening around the national peak. So take care, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.